ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। Namaskar, my dear friends. Today, after a long time, I thought to talk about planet Saturn, which is already in retrogradation motion. Though I have spoken about it earlier, maybe a couple of years ago. But this year, the movement of Saturn in retrograde motion going to give bit more challenges. I want to explain that why as per my little understanding. Firstly, Saturn retrogrades from 4th of June 2022 till 23rd October 2022. Secondly, in short, what is retrograde motion? The planet going backward step or taking the backward step. Due to the layout of the solar system and the orbiting planets seem to move backward, they seem to move backward in the zodiac called retrograde motion. Take an example. You are driving on the motorway or the freeway. There's a car in front of you. You overtake that car and move faster. Then you look into the rear view mirror, and you see that the car behind you is slowly going backward or lagging behind. The reason is car is not going backward, but you are moving much faster than the speed of the other car. You feel that the other car is going backward. This is called retrogradation motion. This is called optical illusion. How often the planets retrograde? Sun and Moon never go in the reverse order. Rahu and Ketu are always in the retrograde motion. Mercury retrogrades at least 3 to 4 times a year for the period of around 3 weeks. Mars retrogrades every 26 months for around 2 to 2.5 months. And other outer planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto all go retrograde for 4 to 5 months of period every year. So forget about hiding under a rock because of the time at least one planet or other may be in the reverse motion. Just for your information, as I said, Saturn started retro motion on 4th of June till 23rd October, but the most significant movement of Saturn will be from 13th of July 2022 till 23rd October 2022. And then Jupiter will also go into retro motion from 27th July 2022 till 23rd November 2022. Why am I giving you so much importance about Saturn retrograde? When there are more than one planet or 2 or 3 planets are in the reverse order, retro motion, they become a little bit negative. And when they throw some influence on each other, depending on the nature of their planets, they create havoc. and they create a energy pattern, and that energy pattern can be a very, very challenging for the human life. If the planets are naturally malefic, natural like Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Uranus, they are natural malefic planet, negative planet. As it is, they produce negative effects or challenging effect. And when they are throwing their influence on each other in a negative manner, not a positive manner, negative manner, then it becomes a terrible time. We are heading towards this direction now. That's why I thought to warn you so that you're prepared. Coming back to Saturn, it started its retrogradation movement on 4th of June 2022. On 13th of July, let me go back a little. Wait a minute. Saturn entered Aquarius sign on 29th of April 2022. Then on 4th of June, it started going reverse in the backward motion, retrograde motion. On 13th of July, Saturn will move from Aquarius to Capricorn, the previous sign from where it came forward on 29th April. On 23rd of October, it will about turn, start moving forward, again coming back toward Aquarius. On 18th of January, it will enter Aquarius sign. Let us go to some fundamentals first. Saturn is the planet which is the Lord which controls Capricorn and Aquarius sign. Saturn is a powerful any sign basically. Its distinct features are highlighted in each sign. Capricorn is the earth sign concerned with basic realities. Structure of the buildings, hierarchies, status quo, safety, security, power, environment, business models. And Aquarius is the air sign, signifies idealism, friendship, hopes, dreams, goals, aspirations, social structure, invention, computer, electricity, nervous disorder, humanity, democracy, freedom, social revolutionary, and rebellion as well. As you all know by now, you may have heard number of times before, Saturn is the planet of reality check. Saturn is the planet of restriction, obligation, structure, establishment, harsh realities, karma, responsibility. Saturn is the planet of duties, discipline, diseases and sufferings, stability, elderly people. It's the old teacher all round. When Saturn moves in a retrograde phase of motion, start going backward, taking the backward step, everything that contributes to the structure of the world will be subject to review and analysis. This is the time to take things more slowly and re-examine your own structure, your own duties, your own objective with a greater degree of concentration and clarity. On 13th of July 2022, as I said before, Saturn will move back to the previous sign from where it come from, that is Capricorn. And when it goes back, we call it gone at fall. It becomes very weak, very dangerous. Retrogression happens every year, but not like this going back to previous sign. Just think. You are studying in university in year 1. Now you move to the year 2 After moving to year 2 classes, you realize you still got to learn something. You started something learning in year 1, you did not complete properly. You're asked to go back. You are forced to go back and relearn or finish the work what you were supposed to do in year 1 and come back to year 2. This is exactly the same way. On 13th of July, Saturn will be at the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, moving from Aquarius to Capricorn. This is called Sandhi. This is called junction point of two zodiacal signs. It's just like person living in two locations at the same time and not able to perform, not able to live properly in any area. This often compels one to make substantial changes in their life. It means you're going back to finish the unfinished work which you started a couple of years ago. As I said, Saturn will be weaker at fall. It will have a tendency to bring the worst out of Saturn. Its characteristics such as delay, suffering, impatience, obstruction, frustration, depression, lack of social grace, and so on. Therefore, it demands patience. Lot of people are going to ask, why me? Why I have to go through this? Why I'm suffering? The entire world is going through that. Should be taken as a positive opportunity. Let me tell you, when Saturn moves back on 13th of July 2020 in Capricorn, you will have two choices. One, ignore the call of Saturn. You may experience feeling of victimization or suffering. Of course, ignore it. Then you will become more frustrated, more dejected. You run out of patience. Suffering will not seem to end. At the end, you get into depressing mode. Option number 2. As soon as you start encountering obstructions, depression, difficulty, dejection, sit down calmly. Review your actions and responsibilities. Be disciplined. Be focused. Put in extra effort, extra hard work. Encounter the difficulties. If you do that, believe me, Saturn will assist you in living the life more fulfilling. And spiritual practice is the one which will help you more. All you need to do is practice patience, patience, and patience. The motto of this period from 13th July 2022 to 3rd of October 2022 is life is a challenge. Meet it smilingly. Looking at the fundamentals of Saturn, Saturn controls time. At individual level, it wants you to look inward, do the deep work that will help you to get to your long-term goals. It asks you to take your time and avoid attempting to cut corners. You may have to evaluate whether or not an aspiration or commitment is strong to withstand the pressure of expectation that your own aspiration in the future. However, take notice that even the tiniest happening that will reoccur again, mind you, reoccur sometime in January 2023. So Saturn is asking you to make significant changes in your lifestyle, reorganize your life so that your time is not wasted in further. At mundane level, all the higher authorities, government, people sitting in the powerful high positions are required to contribute toward bringing positive changes in the environment, in the country, in the world, in the society as a whole. Saturn control karma, Saturn control career. So Saturn is basically forcing you, compelling you, inspiring you to go back and balance your karma. It's called a double dose of karma sometimes. It's encouraging you to review. Believe me, this challenging time will go away. But you will have to work on your career and your karma and the action you've done. It is asking you to reflect on what you have learned from the planet transit in Capricorn 2 years ago. What have you learned in the last 2 years? You have to reflect on that. Last 2.5 years, basically from January 2020 till today, what have you learned? At mundane level, it controls the karma of the world, global karma. It may shake the structure of the world, spread diseases again, increase violence, riots, bombing, explosion, war-like scenario. Revolutionary action will be increased. This has the potential to create a havoc in the world. Saturn controls responsibility and duties. How many times we sit down and work on it? How many times actually we focus? How many times we ask ourselves, what is my duty as a father? What is my duty as a mother? What is my duty as a parent? What is my duty as a citizen of the society? What is my duty as a sibling, as a friend? As an employee or employer? And different roles. What are my responsibilities? And mundane level, Saturn is forcing you to review your responsibilities and duty toward many different levels. A lot of people say, why me? Why am I suffering? In the mundane level, Saturn will compel the authorities in charge of the nation or corporation or company to accept their responsibility for, listen carefully, Saturn will compel the authorities, the higher authorities, to accept the responsibility for the errors they have made in last couple of years in their leadership. Possibility, many businesses may need to undertake organization changes in their management. Let me tell you one thing. Saturn also controls diseases. So it has the potential to start a new disease, maybe epidemic, maybe old disease come in the new form, maybe the wave of virus, starting from 13 July. In a nutshell, Saturn in its retrograde movement, especially from 13 July 2022 to 23rd October 2022, during this period people may feel they're stuck, they're blocked. Unless somebody reviews everything and fixes it right. Saturn wants you to take responsibility for your own success, your own actions, be self-sufficient. It's encouraging you to improve yourself. So collaborate with him. Try to understand the lesson he's trying to teach you. You know what? My personal thought is, every night, sit down calmly, maybe light up a candle or diya, look at the flame of the light, candle or diya, close your eyes slowly, go within yourself and ask yourself, what have I achieved in the last 2 years? Where did I go wrong? Am I following the right path? Are my actions going in the way it should as a human being? Follow your inner voice. You don't need to ask anybody else, just talk to yourself, not to the mind, but to the Atma, to the soul, the inner consciousness. Whether my karma, my action, being proper in last couple of years. Now I'm coming to the configuration of planet, or coming to the aggressive volatile configuration of planet, which is going to be formed very soon. Major players that would be involved in the high drama will be Saturn, Mars, Uranus, and Rahu. And the sign which will involve will be Aries. Aries is a sign which is about self-centered sign, fire sign, egocentric sign, and very impatient with the results. When Rahu, known as the north node of the moon and dragon head in Chinese astrology, Rahu is by nature a corrupt planet. It likes to go against the social norm, obscure things, causing confusion. It is the unconventional planet, signified unfulfilled ambition, poison, gases, smoke. It has the potential to churn the karma, depending in what area they are in your chart. Uranus is the planet of rebellion, freedom, sudden changes, explosion, unexpected events. This planet has the energy that is unique and different, which challenges the status quo. Uranus is the enemy of any stability because it can cause upsets and chaos all over. Mars is the planet of independent action, aggression, conflict, hasty, impatient. And Saturn is the planet of established order, discipline, structure, karma, time, disease, death, delay. What could happen when Rahu and Uranus shake hands, join hands? At the moment they're together in Aries sign, as they get closer to each other, they can make things go wrong. The energy package is going to turn into something unusual, even exceptional. It may cause some crisis. They are going to be the game changer. At the moment, Rahu and Uranus, I think, are going to be Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra is controlled by the Venus, and a lot of issues will come up in relation to women, relation to reproduction system, and relation to finance. On 13th of July, this date is coming again and again. On 13th of July, Saturn will enter Capricorn in the reverse order, going backward to complete the unfinished work. Then it will create a difficult aspect with Rahu and Uranus and Mars. This will possibly cause rebellion and sudden explosion somewhere. There will be a disruption to the status quo, as I said, that will need to break from a structure that was previously stable in this aspect of your life. Coming back to the configuration which I see on 1st of August 2022, Mars joins Rahu, shake hands with Rahu. At the same time, Uranus is there too, and Saturn is 90 degrees, around, they call square from there. They will result in hasty, impatient actions. It's a violent activity, violent action, violent event. It can be earthquake, can be fire, can be something poison, can be a nuclear explosion even, atomic explosion. I'm saying possibility and hope not this happens. Basically, on 21st of July, things will start moving in the wrong direction. They may continue till mid-August. This is the most volatile period. 21st of July, picking up the negative energy by 29th of July, and 1st of August or 2nd of August, some sort of explosive event take place, then continue to 9th of August, then start diluting. But overall, from 13th of July till 23rd October is going to be challenging for all of us. How to handle retrograde Saturn? First step is, as I said before, sit down calmly, review your responsibilities, your duties, your discipline. Accept your responsibilities and duties. Put in the effort. Maintain discipline so the Saturn may reward you. Spend time in spiritual activities. Ask yourself, am I fulfilling all my responsibilities and duties as a parent, as a spouse, as a sibling, as a neighbor, as a citizen of the society, as a citizen of the world? Am I just running after wealth and money at the cost of creating negativity to someone else? I remember the saying of Swami Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I'm sorry, the saying of Paramahansa Yogananda. It is an insult to yourself to be born to live and die without knowing the answer to the mystery of why you were sent here as a human being in the first place. When Saturn retrogrades, it is the best time to do the self-inquiry, to go inside and ask a question. 4 important questions. 1. Where I've come from? You may say, I've come from India, I've come from Africa, I've come from America. No, not country. Where did you come from? Where did your body come from? Your body came from the mother's womb. The body came from the mother's womb, but where did the Atma come from? Where did the soul come from? We do not know. Okay. Where am I going? That means at the end of the life, when you die, your relatives will either burn or bury your body. But where would the Atma or the soul go? We do not know where I've come from. We do not know where we're going. We don't know where we have come from. We do not know where we are going. Just imagine if we have some letter you drop in the post box. It doesn't have the sender's name. It doesn't have the receiver's name. Where would it go? Post office will not be able to deliver anywhere because they don't have the address to whom to deliver to, and who is sending, even that is not there. So that letter go to the dead post office. Aren't we are the same? We do not know where we have come from. We don't know where we are going. Anyway, do you know for how long you will be here? Will you live up to age 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100? We don't know. When is the due date to go back? We don't know where we come from. We don't know where are we going. We don't know how long we'll be here. At least the last question you may know. Who am I? This is my hand. Hand belongs to me. But I am not the hand. This is my head. Head belongs to me. I am not the head. This is my glasses. Glasses belong to me. I am not the glasses. Number of times we say, my mind says that. Aren't we saying the mind belongs to me? I am not the mind. My heart says that. My emotion says that. I am not that. I am neither the body nor the mind. Who am I? I am the Atma, the soul, the inner consciousness, higher consciousness. If we ask this question to ourselves, who am I, repeatedly, during the time of Saturn retrograde, lot of answers will start popping up, and they will. Believe me, they will start giving you insight to your inner self. Just quickly, if your moon sign is in Aries, or your ascendant is in Aries, even sun is in Aries, keep in mind there is a lot more to discover about your level of energy and confidence that you may realize this next couple of 3 months. If you're Taurus, moon, sun, ascendant are in Taurus, you may acquire insight via vivid dream or unexpectedly when you least expect it. If Gemini, conquer your anxieties and make progress towards your goal should be the top priority. Cancer, great time to take action and go after your career goals. Leo, there's a possibility your health may give you some trouble. Virgo, if you try to be too smart, intelligent, and daring, then mind you, that might cause further relationship problems during the next couple of months. Libra, be open to doing things differently while keeping in mind that others are also experiencing the change. You will require transformation in the relationship. Scorpio, you will be tempted to make sudden impulsive changes in your views or act quickly, and very much like resulting in the poor judgment. Sagittarius, financial opportunities may become even more favorable, but careful in investment. Capricorn, possibly problem in relationship or misunderstanding with the spouse. Try to listen more than debating or arguing. Aquarius, you will be compelled to start thinking about everything from the perspective of your self-esteem, your wealth, your close friends and family. Pisces, you are expected to consider all from the perspective of sense-worth, from the perspective of self-worth, your personality and professional life. I leave it here only with one point for you to think again. Challenges will come regardless of what you do. Accept them. Meet the challenge smilingly. Namaskar.